From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm your host, Chris Piner. And joining me in the studio is Coach Reitzel and Coach Messersmith of Uintah High School football. It's great to have you guys here.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate it.
It's great to be here.
Our viewing audience knows that I teach also at the high school, so we've got a great connection today, and I can't wait to hear a little bit about what's going on with the new Uintah football. Right. Yeah. But first, for our viewers, why don't we just ask each of you to introduce yourselves.
I'm Coach Reitzel. I was lucky enough to come out to Uintah High School recently. They brought me out at the end of last school year. So I've had the great opportunity to be out here, start working with the kids throughout the spring and the summer, put in a lot of work with the kids. I was coaching previously at American Fork High School. And I don't know, that's about it about me.
Go from caveman to Ute.
Yep, that's right.
Pretty good.
That's right, yeah.
And you also are on the teaching staff at the high school as well. What is it that you teach?
I teach computer technology right now, which is a required class for all the sophomores. But we are working on getting some pre-engineering classes in the high school. That's actually a little more of my specialty as far as schooling. So.
All right, well, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Andy.
I'm Coach Messersmith. I've actually been here for about a year. Came in last year. I helped coach with football. I was lucky enough to get asked to help coach Cody with football.
And also on the teaching staff at the high school.
Yes, and on the teaching staff. And then I coach assist in wrestling and I teach health. I've taught for about 6 years. I started out at North Sanpete, went to UAB, and now I'm lucky enough to be here at Uintah.
And so between the two of you, you get to see almost all of the sophomores coming through, don't you?
Yeah, we see.
Well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, so we want to talk a little bit about what you're doing now with football. I think we've had the previous coach was there for quite some time. I'm not sure, 6 years or so, something like that. Yeah. So, but now it's you this year.
It is.
Right? And so what is in general, what's new with Uintah High football?
You know, one of the things that we're really trying to do with our program is teach our kids what it means to be a good teammate, a good citizen, a good person in the community. And we really want them to be positive examples in the school. We want them to show the other kids what it means to be a good person. Be a good example in the halls, take care of other people. And I feel like our kids are doing an excellent job of understanding what that means, how to take care of each other on the field. We've had some leaders really step up. And just in the time that we've been working with them, seen huge strides, just the way they interact on the field. It's exciting to see those older kids, buy into what we're saying and take care of those younger kids, get excited about what we're doing. And I think they're really buying in. And
how is that different from I'm not as familiar with the program, but from what was in place before? Is that dramatically different?
I can kind of answer that.
Okay.
One thing I've noticed is the kids are becoming more of a team. I mean, it's not an individual.
You're really working on that.
Yes, they're starting to come together and unity and learning how to work together. Not so much who's the biggest, baddest guy out there. It's about the team now. It's about building each other up and coming together, focusing on more of a team instead of a me.
Okay.
One of the things we talk to the kids about all the time is life lessons. And we know that when these kids go out and they have a career and they have a family, there's people out there that they need to take care of, and there's more important people than just worrying about yourself. And so, obviously, we believe as our philosophy that's kind of the recipe to be a successful football team. But what's great about that is that these kids are learning lessons that when they go work in a career, they know what it's like to give up a little bit of yourself to make that whatever you're working with better. Especially, we talk a lot about families. Someday we want you to be a great dad, a great husband, and you got to sacrifice for those people around you. And I think it is really exciting to see these kids buy in and change a little bit.
You mentioned a moment ago that some of the leaders were really instrumental in. Are you talking about the coaching staff?
No, I'm talking about the kids. I'm talking about the kids.
The kids as leaders.
We have some great kids. We've really challenged them, and I think we have a long way to go in that direction. But the strides that we've seen to this point have been exciting. One of the things we did is we did a little bit different summer mountain camp. It was more of a leadership camp where we took all the seniors up, stayed overnight, and we played some games together, did some fun stuff, kind of hung out. But a big piece of what we did was we sat down and we talked about that they were the leaders and that they were the people that needed to teach those younger kids how to set this foundation of what we're trying to build. And we just made it kind of a leadership-oriented camp.
And are those the team captains then that we're talking about?
We did that with all the seniors.
All of the kids.
Yeah, all the seniors. And then we also had, at that time, they chose the captains.
Ah, very good. Very good. We just have a few minutes left before we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
But you do have some changes also in the coaching staff as well.
Yes.
How many are you working with?
I think we're right now up to 11 coaches. Is what
12.
we got? 12 coaches.
12 coaches.
That's got to be about similar, isn't it, to what we had before?
It's actually quite a...
Or is it more?
It's more.
It's
We've
more.
got more. We've got
You
more.
know, we're not paying any more than they have in the past because that's set by the district, but we have some volunteers that have been just excellent, just really jumped in, wanted to help out, and they're helping us out more than we could ever have asked them to.
All right.
A lot of guys
Well, we'll
that
talk
do
a little bit more about that, and thank you both for being here again, Coach. We'll see you at the school. We're going to bring on in his place one of the players, right, when we come back. All right. Well, we'll be right back to hear more from Coach Reitzel and one of the football players after this message from our sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Hello, I'm Cy Hutt. I'm the CEO at Ashley Regional Medical Center. You know, these days you hear the word quality a lot in advertising, but there's a big difference between talking about quality and practicing it. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, quality means two things.
First, customer service. We hold ourselves accountable for giving each individual patient a positive healthcare experience. The results? In an inpatient satisfaction survey from the end of 2011, Ashley Regional scored better than 70% of U.S. hospitals. Second, quality is following nationally recognized clinical standards. The leading organization in America for setting and monitoring quality standards is the Joint Commission.
In fact, Medicare uses a Joint Commission to ensure that its policies and rules are in effect, to protect patient safety as well as improve treatment results.
Ashley Regional Medical Center has been Joint Commission accredited since 1996 and is the only hospital in Northeast Utah accredited by the Joint Commission.
So what does this mean to you? When you need hospital care, you can be confident that Ashley Regional is committed to and delivers quality care to you and your loved one.
Welcome back to Local Point. Joining me is Uintah High School head football coach Cody Reitzel and player Maverick Lindquist. It's good to have you both.
It's good to be here.
Maverick, welcome.
Thank
We've
you.
been talking to the coaches in the first segment. So what do you think about all this? Does it feel a little different for you're a senior this year?
Yep,
Right?
this is my last year. I definitely like the new coaching staff, you know, the change that we had. A big change, you know, this year compared to years in the past. I think practice isn't like so much of a dread as it has been in the past. You know, you're like, oh, I got to go to practice. But, you know, now they make it a lot more fun to be there to practice, you know, and it, you know, helps you get better. And also, he likes to focus on the energy level a lot, you know, which helps make us bigger. Like before, we were just getting down on each other, you know, and it just kind of makes it hard to, you know, be a team and come together as one. But, you know, he always keeps the energy level high.
Right.
So.
We talked a little bit about that team unity in the first piece. So
Yeah.
that's what you're talking. Is it? Why is it fun? Is it easier work?
Oh no, it's definitely not easier. Actually, it's probably a lot harder. But
Harder but fun.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they just keep it fun for us. You know, just keeping things fast, keeping things interesting. You know, doing fun drills, whatnot, whatever we can to get better. And you know, just the coaching staff is just funner in general, I think.
All right. Now, how do you feel as a representing the team, getting ready to go into the season? Ready for it?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good at this point. You know, we've came a long ways from when we started back, you know, in the spring. You know, just starting off just basic plays. You know, we've gotten basically a lot more in depth, and so I'm feeling, you know, pretty confident at this point. You know, but we still have a long ways to go. But you know, as we sit right now, I think we're making pretty
Always
good strides.
working, right? Not sitting back and relaxing
Oh,
for anything.
never.
Right?
Always
You're
getting
ready
better.
for it all. Very good. You were about to say something too, Coach. What were you going to say?
I mean, these kids have just, they've really committed themselves. You know, when I came in, I really challenged them and I said, you know, I don't want you seniors to look back and say, oh, we didn't have a great season because we had a brand new coach, brand new system. And we've done everything that we can within the rules of the state to teach these things to these guys, and they've really committed themselves. And it's, I gotta say, I'm pretty amazed at these kids, at how much they've learned and where we're at this point in the season.
Fantastic. Now, as far as the team and the coaching staff goes, we're ready to go. We're pumped up. We're energized and unified. What about the fans and the community? What's going on there? You've got some plans there too.
Yeah, when I came in, to me, one of the really exciting things about the job at Uintah High School is that we are a one-school community. And so I know how important this community is to our program and how much they do for us. And so we've talked a lot to the kids about how important it is for us to give back to the community. And so we want to really make sure that the community is involved and that they feel like they feel invested in what we're doing. So one of the things that we've done is we've taken the Booster Club and we transitioned it to a group we call the Ute Fan. And the fan part is an abbreviation for Football Advisory Network. And so we have some great leadership with that group. They're very organized in different subcommittees to do different things, with the whole focus being that we want the community to be a part of the football program, and we want to provide the best experience possible for these kids as they go through.
All right, all right. Well, from the announcer's booth, I get to promote what used to be called the Booster Club. Yeah. So, will I still be doing that? Are they still going to be there at the games selling things
they'll be
and
very,
that kind of thing
they're
as well?
very much involved, much more involved than I think has probably been in the past. There's a lot of things that they're going to be doing at the football games. Yeah.
All right. Well,
we'll just call it by a different name.
Always good to hear. Will we see any other kind of changes at the games? Anything look different?
Oh, we got some stuff coming up.
Couple surprises?
Yeah, you need to make sure you're at the games and see what's coming up.
All right, I've got the best seat in the house at those games in some ways. All right, I love to hear that. Now we should say that Strata is going to be filming in VTV 3 of the home games. Yeah. And I'm not really sure which games those are, but I'm sure they'll be on our listing. I'm hoping one of them's homecoming.
Yeah, I know the first one is going to be homecoming.
When is the homecoming game? Let's throw that date out there.
September 14th.
And who is the opposing team?
Grantsville.
Grantsville.
High School.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so everybody can look forward to that. And if anybody wanted to get a little more information about what's going on with Uintah High football, you've got a website.
We do. It's just www.uintahfootball.com.
Uintahfootball.com. That's easy enough to remember.
It is easy to remember.
Yeah. All right, very good. Well, I sure appreciate both of you coming here. I wish you best on the upcoming season to the players, and I hope you create some great memories, and your coach is hoping that you take some things with you beyond high school as well. So looks like you're in great hands, and the community's in great hands too. We appreciate you both being here.
Thank you.
And we thank you for watching today's show. That's all for now. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6.